Hi once again, everyone, and welcome to another University of Houston Alumni Association interview. I'm Tom Franklin. My guest today is UH alum and owner of Reunions by Class Act and a board member on the University of Houston Alumni Association, Cathy Coers. Cathy, thanks for joining us.
You're very welcome. Glad to be here.
Tell me a little bit about you. Native Houstonian?
Native Houstonian. I was born at the Old Methodist Hospital, and my first 8 years of my life, we lived almost within walking distance of the University of Houston. My grandfather built a lot of the houses on North and South McGregor. So for almost every day of my life until I was 8, we drove past the University of Houston every day. And when it came time to find a college, I was so familiar with the school. I had an uncle who was the chairman of the mechanical engineering department. For any vast engineering majors, his name was Rasmussen. I think a lot of people had him as a professor. And I was still kind of unsure where I wanted to go, but my senior year at Stratford High School, I was a hostess at the football banquet, and Coach Yeoman spoke. And I came home and told my dad that I want to go to the University of Houston. And I was a very good student, but I certainly was not ready for MIT or Harvard. So I came here and just loved every minute of it and have loved every minute since.
So Coach Yeoman did more than recruit football players.
He did. And about that time also I had gotten, the drill team at Stratford High School had gotten a flyer from Cougar Dolls. And I had no idea that there was a drill team here. And once I found that out, then that really sealed the deal. So between finding out about the dance team and the Cougar Band and Coach Yeoman, I was set.
All right, so academically, what did you come here to major in?
Radio, TV, film.
Radio, TV, film. Tell me some of the professors, because I'm sure I had some.
Oh, yes.
That made an impression on you.
Definitely. One of my favorite professors, and we still keep in touch, is Dr. Bill Hawes. I remember meeting him at orientation that summer, and I think I took every class that he offered. Mm-hmm. We still keep in touch, and he just has meant so much to me. I also had Bill Bryan, who I believe worked for CBS back in the 1950s, because he's always telling all the stories about live television. And so I definitely remember him. But Dr. Hawes definitely had the most influence on me and still does to this day.
So it sounded like you were very busy, not just in the classroom, but you did other things while you were a student. What'd you do?
Absolutely. I think I was in 10 different organizations
as
an undergrad. Only 10. Much sometimes to the consternation of my parents, but I like to stay busy. My two major activities were the Cougar Marching Band and Cougar Dolls, and I was a member of Chi Omega sorority here. And the people that I met in both those organizations have just been incredible, and they're still my lifelong friends.
Dr. Moffitt running
Dr.
the band?
Moffitt, yes.
What was it like to be working intricately with him?
He was incredible. He was a wonderful teacher. I remember when I first called the band hall to find out more about Cougar Dolls. I was still, as y'all know, in high school. And I remembered I'd pick up the phone to call him, and I'd get so nervous because I knew he was internationally renowned. Mm-hmm. I don't think I'll call him tomorrow. I'm scared if he answers. So then the next day I'd come in. It took me 2 or 3 tries. And so finally I called and he answered, and I think we talked for about an hour. And oh gosh, he had me so fired up about coming to the University of Houston. And he was so helpful to me when I was in school. I was also very close to Dr. Robert Briggs, who was the Dean of the School of Music.
As somebody who was involved with Cougar Band and saw what it was back then, and much like our athletic programs, went through a slump, and then David Berkman has brought it back. What's that mean to you?
Well, it's incredible. David has become a very, very dear friend to me and my family. In fact, I always say that he's my long-lost brother that I always wanted. I just kind of got him late in life. But he has done so much to energize not just the students in the band, but the alumni. And I think between him and Chris Mims with Band Alumni, we're a fired up group, and it's just been really neat to see that group get back, and the band is just incredible, and I hope those kids are enjoying it as much as my group did.
So once you got your degree from the University of Houston, what happened next?
Well, my first job was at KHOU-TV here in Houston. I worked in promotion. Then I came back and worked at the university in the alumni office for a while in the 80s, then got into radio. And then in the mid-90s, my Chi Omega big sister asked her to help me with her high school reunion. And I asked her, what does that mean? And she said, well, find people, find a place, receive the checks, work the events. So my husband, Jay Frank, had been a sports columnist at the Post, and it was about the time that the Post was bought out. So he helped me a little bit with that, and then I did another reunion. So we did 2 that first year in '95, and it just kind of took off from there. We've been in business 17 years, and we're now the only full-time reunion company left in Houston.
People want to get a hold of you for their reunion. How can they do that?
We have a website. It's www.reunionscoop.com.
All right. So now, you mentioned you were very active, very giving, very involved. Why do you stay involved, and what does it mean to you to stay involved with the University of Houston?
Well, if I lived to be 1,000 years old, I could never, ever repay this university back for everything it has given me. And I'm still very, very close to all of my classmates, and I love seeing them at the football games, band alumni meetings, distinguished alumni award events. It's just so much fun seeing everybody, and that's just meant so much to me personally to keep those friendships alive. What
would you tell people who've kind of drifted away, who might be catching this interview? What would you tell them about maybe coming back in a little bit?
You're just missing a lot if you don't get involved. I've told people that before. You're just missing out on so many opportunities, activities. Everything that is good that's happened in my life, I can trace back to the University of Houston. And I would hate for someone else to miss out on that.
And as someone who's watched this university from a little bitty age, can you believe the village it's grown into?
It's absolutely incredible. I still have friends who've not seen Greek Park yet. And it's just, to me, it's incredible. I still get kind of turned around, and I'm out here a lot. So it's just really amazing, all the change. And I think they're all definitely for the better. And I am so glad that Dr. Couture is emphasizing people living back on campus. I think building all the residence halls is just an incredible experience. I did live in the Moody Towers all 4 years.
I was a quad person.
Very good. So. We always were going to go over to the quad and meet cute guys, and we never did. So shoot, I know.
Well, if you'd like to get back in touch with your university, there's a very easy way to do it. Join the Alumni Association. www.houstonalumni.com is where you can find out all the information. We have various sign-up programs from brand new graduates to longtime graduates. We want you back involved. Dr. Couture's mission is to get us to be a Tier 1 university. One of the criteria is a thriving and active alumni association, so we need your help with that. And once you sign up for the Alumni Association, some great benefits for you. We've got some great partnerships with people like UPS, Avis and Budget Rent-A-Car, Landry's Restaurants, just to mention a few. We'll save you some money on a lot of things, even your power bill. If you're watching this in the summertime, you know what that means in the Houston area, so if we can save you some money there, do so. All you have to do is go to the website, www.houstonalumni.com. For Cathy Coers Frank, I'm Tom Franklin. We'll see you next time on the University of Houston Alumni Association Interviews.